So, you want to join the British Army? So I'm currently finished my assessment centre and going into the army on the 14th of March. So, there's a few things you should learn. So if you want to join the army, like me, you know, there's a few things you got to learn. First is, now with the virus and pandemic going around, you have to do a multi-stage fitness test, which is point to point, 20 meters. Got to make it in the beep, which I managed to complete by. So how it went was, I think it was about March of 2020, I enlisted. Went to my recruitment officer and was like, I want to join the army. Give me all the briefings and stuff. So, after that I did a bit of fitness and that. I got a date for, to try and get in for October of 2020. So, basically what I did was, trained up, did a bit of thing. But I got told about a week before going to my assessment centre, which was about June or July, is I had to do the bleep test, or the multi-stage fitness test, which I never really trained for. So, yeah, so I did really bad. Cognitive test, which is like you have to do weird questions, I did really bad on that as well. So I failed it. I was like, So I thought to myself, do I really want to continue with this? So I thought, I wasn't sure. So I was like, do you know what? Yes, I want to continue. So after, you know, failing that, it was a bit heartbreaking. I stopped training for a bit, and I was like, do you know what? I got up and I was like, I've got to keep doing this. So what I did was, did more training, bleep test, mainly focused on that, and I was working as well. So, you know, that helped me with my strength and that. So then after that, it was trained up, and then my recruitment officer told me, are you ready to go? And I was like, yes. So it was Tuesday, this week Tuesday, whenever this gets posted, which will probably be the same day as I record it. Anyway, besides the point, I went back 2 days in Edinburgh for the assessment centre, and I passed it, which was a good thing. The bleep test I got 8.9 on, which is a lot better, because I wanted to join the tank regiment or tank crewman, and I needed 8.6, and I managed to get 8.9. With the cognitive test, I needed, I think it was about 43, 44, and I passed that as well. I got 57, which is 58, which was really, really good. And so yeah, I passed. I got told March the 14th. That's when I'll be doing my assessment centre. Not assessment centre, when I go to Harrogate, which is down in the middle of Yorkshire, to that's where I'll be training. Do my basic training, phase 1 and whatever, phase 2, like that. So there's a few things you should know. So you have to make sure you don't smoke, or you can, but try and cut down. Don't drink, pretty much, or don't do drugs. So what happened with me, because I passed the medical the last time, so I'll tell you about the medical. So what happens is, what we did, we sat in a circle and we got called our number, which is a number. I was number somewhere, I can't remember what number I was actually, but you get a little badge at your desk. I don't know if it'll be different for everyone else, but I got a little tag saying my number on, and that number will get called. So the first thing I did, when my number got called, I had to do an eye test and a urine sample. So you test your pee and whatever. It's not a very nice thing, but so I managed to pass the eye test and pass my urine sample, which is good. Also my weight, they'll check your height as well. That's the first thing that happened with me. Then after that, the second thing I had to do was a heart test, or a heart scan, and check my heart. Everything was good. So I wasn't sure at the first time, so I had to get an ultrasound, which was came later, but I saw it more like after. So after I did that, I sat back down, and my number got called again, so I had to do a hearing test, which is easy. You should be able to get that if you have good hearing. Obviously, if you've had trouble hearing, you might have to get a doctor or something to take a look at it. I'm not 100% sure. And then after that, it was I had to check my flexible in my legs, so all my feet and toes and that were good and flexible enough, which was fairly easy. And then did most of that, and then I went back to have to do my heart test. I was pretty nervous because I wasn't sure if I was going to pass that, which I did eventually, which is fine. And so yeah, after that I passed the medical, and obviously that was back in July. So I didn't need to check again because it wasn't soon after. So when I went back the last time, well, Tuesday, Monday actually, I think it was Tuesday, and so yeah, I went back, did the bleep test, passed it, which is it is easy once you do a bit of training. So if before you go, I would suggest doing either going to the gym if your gym's open, in the garden, or when you're somewhere where you can run 20 meters, do the bleep test, because you'll be able to find it on YouTube. What else? I can't really comment on how basic training went because I haven't done it yet, so I'll have to wait for that. What else? Trying to think what else I do. Cognitive test, which is that I did before I went to bed. Well, because you'd stay there for 2 nights. That's how it was for me anyway. Spend there 2 nights, and did the cognitive test, which is like weird questions. It is fairly easy once you get the hang of it. If you know, I know one part of it is like a bit of math, but depending what job role you need, you have to do. I think it's called a TSE test or something stupid like that. That's if you want to do a specialist or like engineering or marine biologist, something stupid like that. Yeah, you do that, and then after that, it's you go to bed, you talk to the people that you're with and that, and fortunately enough, everyone in my little group passed, which will all be hopefully in Harrogate for March, but they're doing different things. But yeah, that's pretty much how it went. But you have to, if you wanted to join the army, make sure you have a good attitude. Nothing's, I don't know, just enjoy it, really. That's how I'm gonna hopefully do mine. Just enjoy it. It's your biggest memory of your life, and I was happy when I passed. But so yeah, but that's pretty much the end of the video. If you've got any more questions, just message me in the comments and I'll try and reply. But yeah, thanks for watching, and that's Brian, and out.